Friends, today we are going to discuss the final topics of history for class 6th. This is the first chapter, how, why, where and when. We are discussing this chapter. I hope that in this video we will finish this very chapter. So the remaining topics we will discuss. First of all, we will discuss names of the land. Clear? India and Bharat. What is this? As this thing is known to you, that we call our country by different names, either by the name of India or by the name of Bharat. Clear? What is the history behind these two names? We will discuss this very thing. Why our country is called by the name of India? What is the logic behind it? Why our country is called by the name of Bharat? What is the history or logic behind this thing? Clear? Behind this word. We had seen that two words often used for our country. I mean to say, we call our country by two different names. What are these two names? It is India and it is Bharat. Clear? So what is the history of behind these two names? First of all, we will discuss India. Clear? The word India comes from the word Indus. So far as this name is concerned, India, this name comes from the word Indus. What is Indus? It is the name of a river. This is the name of a river. Clear? And this very Indus, in Sanskrit language, it is called by the name of Sindhu. Clear? Sindhu is the another name of river Indus, but in Sanskrit terminology, in Sanskrit language. Clear? So, Iranians and Greeks were familiar with the Indus, called it the Hindus or the Indus. Try to understand. Who were Iranians and who were Greeks? Iranians are the people of Iran. Clear? Like Kashmiris are the people of Kashmir. Clear? Iran is the name of a country, and Greeks is the name of a country. Greece is the name of a country. Clear? So what the people of these two countries used to do in ancient times, the people of Iran and the people of Greece often used to come to India, either for trade or for any other purposes. Clear? As in previous video we have discussed that the earlier people used to travel far off places, either for trade or to protect themselves from deadly diseases. Clear? So these people of Iran and the people of Greece often used to come to India in ancient times. So when they used to come to India, they had to cross this very river, this Indus river. Clear? But they don't call this Indus river by the name of Indus. Clear? But they called this Indus river by the name of Indus. Indus. Clear? Indus. So with the passage of time, the accent in languages got changed. The accent in languages got changed. And first of all, it was Indus. Number second, and after Indus, it came to be called Indus. And with the passage of time, the country got the name as India. Clear? When the accent in the languages gradually got changed, it came to be called by the name of India. So we have seen, so the land lying to the east of river called India. So the land which was lying to the east of river, listen, this was Iran, this was Greece, clear, this was river Indus, this was river Indus. So the land lying to the east of river, this very land, it came to be called as India. So the land lying to the east of river Indus came to be called by the name of India. Clear? This is the history behind the word India. Clear? So far as the Bharat is concerned, what is the history behind this word? The name Bharat is mentioned in Rig Veda. What is Rig Veda? Rig Veda is a book associated with Hindu religion. It is the earliest Veda. Clear? There are 4 Vedas. The earliest Veda is Rig Veda. In that very Rig Veda, there is a word by the name of Bharat. What was Bharat? Bharat was actually the name of a tribe. Name of a tribe. That very tribe was actually living in the northwestern part. If you will see this very thing, it is north, it is south, it is east, and it is west. This very part. This very Bharat tribe was living in this very side, in this very area. Clear? So it was used for a group of people who used to live in northwest. Clear? So Bharat was actually a tribe. It was actually a group of people who in ancient times used to live in this very area, in northwestern part. So after this very tribe, our country got the name as Bharat. Clear? I hope that you have got these 2 names why our country is called by the name of India and by the name of Bharat. Clear? Now it is next topic, that is finding out about the past. What is this thing? If we have to study our past, if we have to understand our past, what are the different sources available for us to know about our past, to understand our past betterly? Clear? So the main sources to understand the past, our past, are, first of all, it is manuscripts. What are manuscripts? Manuscripts are actually books written long ago. These are books. But those books were written down long years ago, long years before. Clear? So these books, number second, they are handwritten, because at that when these books were written, the printing press was not available. So what the people used to do, they write down with the help of hands. Clear? So if we take the literal meaning of manuscripts, the word manuscript comes from the Latin word mano. Mano. What mano means? Mano means hand. So what are manuscripts then? Manuscripts are the books which were written down by hands. Clear? Or we may, in other words, we may define manuscripts are handwritten documents or handwritten books. Clear? Which were written down long years before. Clear? But these books were written down on palm leaves or on bark of the tree. Clear? So why so? Because at that very time the paper was not available. So what the people used to do, they write down the things either on the palm leaves or on the bark of the trees. Clear? But we had seen these manuscripts with the passage of time got destroyed because they were eaten by the insects. Clear? But simultaneously some manuscripts were preserved even in temples or in monasteries. Clear? So the manuscripts which are preserved in temples or in monasteries, that very manuscripts acted as a source to study our past. Clear? So number next, we have seen that these manuscripts were written down in Sanskrit language or in Prakrit language or in Tamil language. As we had seen, Sanskrit was a language of the learned people. It was a language of the elite class, higher class. Clear? Prakrit language was a language of the local people. And number next, it was Tamil. It was a language of the South India. Clear? So what was written in these manuscripts? Clear? So in these very manuscripts, variety, a lot of things. These manuscripts were written over a variety of subjects. We had seen in these manuscripts, religious beliefs of the people were mentioned, were written down. In these manuscripts, we had seen practices of the people, religious practices of the people were written down. In these very manuscripts, the lives of the kings were written down. Clear? Now, next important source, it is inscriptions. So what are inscriptions? This is another source for studying our past. Clear? Inscriptions are writings engraved on hard objects such as stones or metals. Clear? These are actually writings. The writing is embedded or the writing is engraved on hard objects like the stone, like the metal pellet. When we engrave something, when we write down something in embedded form, that very writing is known as inscriptions. Clear? Writing. So what was written in those inscriptions? So either the orders of the king were written down on the hard objects, clear, or the life of the people was written down, or the records of victories in the battle, as if any king has fought a battle and in that very battle that very king has emerged victorious, so he is going to write about the victories, he is going to write about the achievements, so that these very achievements are these very victories will remain for a pretty long time, they will not get destroyed. Clear? So such things were written down in these very manuscripts, in these very inscriptions. I hope that you have got this very topic. Now, last topic of this chapter is, what does datus mean? What does datus mean? Clear? As we have seen, we often use BC or AD with the datus. As if there is 2020, we use it is 2020 AD. Clear? We often use 2000 BC. Clear? What are actually these? First of all, we will try to learn. BC stands for before Christ. AD stands for Anno Domini. What are these things? What are these two terms? What do you mean by Anno Domini? What do you mean by before Christ? We have seen that years are generally assigned to the birth of Jesus Christ. Who is Jesus Christ? Regarded as the founder of Christianity. Clear? If the years are the datus, that very datus have been assigned to the birth of Jesus Christ. Dates are associated with the birth of Jesus Christ. So, before Christ, BC. BC stands for, this is the birth of Christ. Birth of Christ. Clear? So, this point is taken as reference point. We take this birth of Christ as a reference point. So, the period before the birth of Christ, before Jesus Christ, is taken as BC. Clear? The period before the birth of Christ is taken as BC. Clear? The period after the birth of Christ is taken as AD. Clear? So AD means after the birth of Christ, BC means before the birth of Christ. Clear? So the period before the birth of Christ is marked by BC, and the period after the birth of Christ is marked as AD. It is not after the death of Christ. Clear? If there is after the death of Christ, then we will definitely leave the time gap in which the Jesus Christ was alive. Clear? Next, but similarly, we often use CE. CE stands for Common Era. Is used at the place of AD. Why so? We often use 2020 CE. Common Era. C stands for Common Era. Clear? So why the historians use CE at the place of AD? Clear? So this is, we had seen that what is actually, we have seen these two terms BC and AD. before birth of Christ, after birth of Christ. These are actually associated with religion of Christianity. So, in order to separate it from this very religion, in order to provide it the secular terms, the secular character, what the historians did, they used instead of BC, they instead of AD, they at the place of CE, at the place of AD, they used CE. Similarly, at the place of CE, before Christ, they used BCE. So BCE means before Common Era. BCE is used in place of BC. Similarly, in order to provide a secular character, in order to separate it from religion. Clear? So I hope that you have got the whole chapter. You have got this very whole chapter. If anybody is having any doubt, please let me know. Thank you.